Alright, what is up, YouTubes? We are here to catch up on the spoilers for today, Friday, January 8th. Yeah. And, ooh, right, see this? This is me working on a commander deck. Take a guess at what commander deck it is. I'll give you a hint. It is one of the Elder Dragons from core set 2019. But that has nothing to do with this. We're looking at the Kaldheim spoilers. So, first one, we got Goldspan Dragon, and as someone who loves just treasures and dragons as well. 4/4 Flying Haste, classic dragon stuff. When it attacks or becomes target of a spell, you get a treasure token, and then you can sack treasures for 2 mana, which is kind of cool. This enchantment here enchants a land, makes it into a snow land, and it taps for double mana. Don't really know how useful that'll be, but you'd have to have some really good like snow payoffs and limited to really want to play it, I assume. Yeah, Giant's Amulet. I'm actually really impressed with this card. I think the artwork looks cool. I'm not sure if I like it or like if I'm just really confused by it. But anyway, for basically 2 blue and 3 colorless, you get a 4/5. You get a 4/4 that gets to equip this, and then it's a 4/5 with hexproof. But I feel like paying 1 blue to get this on the board and then 2 colorless to protect your best creature seems really good. Like I feel like this is gonna be a very solid card in limited. Time will tell though. Calamity Bearer, another nice giant that makes all of our giants do double source or double damage to sources, as long as, you know, it's a giant. That's kind of cool. And now I'm digging these uncommon lands. The ETB tap for a single color, but you can use another color, in this case green and white, allow you to pump up your board, give creatures vigilance and lifelink. You only do it, you know, as a sorcery, and you can probably only do it once unless you can somehow untap it. I don't know, but I just like the idea, you know. Redagard Stronghold, the flavor of it feels good, right? Where you can like pump a creature and give it lifelink like a stronghold does. Yeah. Then we got Forging the Tyrite Sword. Creates a couple treasure tokens. And then it helps you search for Helvar, God of Battle, or an equipment card. It's like, oh, you don't have the awesome card. You can get something useful. But we haven't seen Helvar yet, I don't think. So stay tuned. Raven form, exile target artifact or creature, and then that its controller gets a 1/1 blue bird token that you can foretell if you want to play it later. Tremendous. The Trickster's Godheist. I don't know how good this card will be, but I expect it to be like one of my favorite janky cards in Commander. You may exchange control of 2 target creatures. Seems like that could be just game winning on its own. Then you may exchange control of 2 target non-basic non-creature permanents. So like Snowlands or, I don't know, an artifact, maybe. Like that could be pretty cool. Don't know if you'll pull that one off quite as much or it has as much value, but again, chapter 1 seems really solid. And then target player loses 3 life and you gain 3 life, kind of meh, but I think you're playing this for that first one. Now we're just seeing another card that seems ridiculous to me. Not in a bad way, like in a just, I have to reread this every time I play it because I'm not going to be able to memorize all the things it does. But Path to the World Tree, which the artwork looks pretty sick. It's kind of got that Lord of the Rings vibe when the army from under the mountain or whatever comes out. But yeah, when this ETBs, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then you can pay 2 and Werberg to sack it, gain 2 life, draw 2 cards. Target opponent loses 2 life, deals 2 damage to up to 1 target creature. You create a 2/2 green bear creature token. Got it. Again, you're going to have to read this thing every time you play it. Then we got a new Planeswalker, Tyvar, Kell. Clearly they're a model. A very confident model, since apparently they don't even take shirts into the woods. But they're doing elf stuff. Elves you control have add black, which I kind of like. You know, it's a monocolored commander, but it's helping out its other color in the archetype in this set. Seems pretty fancy. Helps your other elves get bigger, get death touch, create elf warriors, get an emblem. I mean, I like it. Then we have another modal card, Ovori God of Kinship. If you have a lot of legendary creatures, which I'm hoping to see more in the set. If that's the case, it's going to have like a Dominaria kind of vibe. But it basically makes it a 6/6 with vigilance, and then you can pay 2 and tap it, 1 and a green. Look at the top 6, get another legendary to make another friend. Awesome. Or if you apparently just don't want to play it for 4, you can play it for 2 and use it to only tap to cast creature spells of the chosen type or legendary creatures. So like I'm not very excited about this. This seems kind of bonkers. Hailstorm Valkyrie, snow creature, what up, 2/2 flying trampler. Angel Wizard, expected a demon with the flying trample, but there you go. And you can pump 2 snow mana into it to give it +2/+2 till end of turn. So late game, this will be super strong, I expect, in limited. Sculptor of Winter. I love this snow frame. Like, for real, Wizards, well done on the snow frame. Artwork looks awesome. Untap target Snowland, sweet. Cosmos Charger, Horse Spirit. What's not to like about that? Little 3/3 Flash Flyer, classic blue stuff. If you can foretell it as well, then it's probably not as flashy. But I digress. Okay, Coma's Faith. 3/1 lifelinker. When it dies, each player mills 3 cards. Get after it. Village Rites, nice reprint. Sick artwork for it. Seize the Spoils. As an additional cost to the spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. You got treasure synergies. This seems like a card you'd probably want to play one of in that deck. I just don't know. Like, this is always a card or an effect in limited that I usually just end up cutting, unless it's a deck that I'm like, hey, I want to make sure I play enough lands. Then this is my get out of jail free card if I start flooding. But yeah, okay. Then we got the Prismatic Bridge. It's Werberg. I mean, it's look at this card. It just looks so beautiful. But I'm not overly confident that limited you'd ever even play it, and in Commander it even seems questionable. I'm waiting for someone to break this card because I'm actually not thinking it's busted, which is I think a good thing. But you basically get to put a creature or planeswalker every turn, every upkeep for free onto the battlefield. That's not bad. Its flip side is a 1/4 Vigilante that you can tap for any color mana, and your other legendary creatures can now tap for any mana. So Asika, God of the Tree, flips into the Prismatic Bridge. But we haven't seen the tree quite yet. Oh, it's coming though. Coma, Cosmo Serpent. This card just seems stupid strong. Like, I'm ready to lose way more games than I ever care to or should to this. But at the beginning of your upkeep, you create a 3/3, and you can sack that to either tap a permanent or make this thing indestructible. And a 6/6 that can't be countered is not easily dealt with. I don't care what the set is. That's going to be a problem in limited. Then we got the World Tree. That Cassius Marsh got to spoil. Look at this thing. ETB's tapped. Taps for green. And if you control 6 or more lands you control can now tap for anything, and then you can pay double Werberg and sacrifice it, search your library for any number of god cards, put them onto the battlefield, and then shuffle your library, which to me is pretty sick flavor win. Like, hey, I got the World Tree, sacking it, board has exploded. And the fact that you could do it at instant speed is like, oh, on your end step, I'm just going to put 36 legendary creatures on the board. I'm assuming it's Commander here, but if there's ever a reason I've seen people probably want to argue that we should be able to play non-legendary stuffs as our commander or lands as a commander, this is going to be like a driving force for it. Because people just want to... That's a ridiculous effect. Oh my goodness. Then we got Fergia, Judge of Valor. Just a pretty cool, Angel Cleric, Flyer, Lifelinker. Cast your second spell, look at the top 3. Put one of them in your hand. Seems really good. Tormentor's Helm. We're getting to see more of the white, red artifact options that we have, and this effect was always super annoying. Whenever equipped creature becomes blocked, deals 1 damage to defending player. I thought it was the creature. I was thinking it was like the from what was it, War of the Spark, that 2/1 that whenever you blocked it dealt 1 damage, and you just could never block it with a 1 toughness thing. Otherwise, still seems pretty good. 1-drop that pumps all your stuff by 1. That just always makes your creatures feel better. All right. Anyway, and then this guy, choose target creature that you control and target creature you don't control. Control 3 or more snow permanents. Yours gets +1/+1 indestructible. Then it fights it. I like that it's called Blizzard Fight. I think I've seen that effect on other cards, but couldn't remember it off the top of my head. And then we see Awaken the Trolls. Destroy target land. Put target land from your graveyard on the battlefield, and then choose target opponent. If they control less lands than you, well, guess what? You get to create a 4/4 Troll Warrior with reach equal to the difference in lands. Wait, what? I don't know. I'm going to have to learn how to read. They control less lands, and you create a 4/4 Warrior Troll creature token with reach equal to the difference in lands. So it can only reach as far as the number of lands. I don't know what that's saying, if it's allowing you to create multiple trolls, or it's power. No, it's not power and toughness, because it's 4/4 right there. Anyway, what do? Deals 5 damage to target tapped creature at instant. So we're getting some decent white removal. It's only a common, though, so I'm assuming we'll have better options, but that's like definitely great for limited. And then we see these just fantastic looking flip cards. I'm just so excited about black, green elves. For real. It's a god, it's a legendary artifact. It has Menace as the creature form, 4/5. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you can put that card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Seems like pretty busted. I'm not sure how many ways we'll have to allow our opponent or make our opponent sack stuff, but like that seems pretty good. Especially for Commander. Oh my goodness. Anyway, and then the Lantern, the black side, you can tap it. And then target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. Then you can just pay 3 black and untap it. Like, that's pretty... The game gets stalled out. Like, I don't understand how this doesn't win you the game at some point. Right? Another busted rare that I expect to lose to in limited. And then, oh, okay, so white's going to be... It seems like, what is it? White-black? It's got the angel thing going. Got the cleric thing going. And this second spell thing going. Which foretell will help with... Okay, I'm intrigued. Now I'm a bit more intrigued about white-black than I was expecting. And then saw it coming. Counter target spell. You can foretell it, which is... Hey, just so you know, I'm playing blue. I think he has a counter spell. No, I'll let you know. I want you to know for sure. No doubt in your mind that I have a counter spell. I'm just going to foretell this over here. Boom. Seems good. I'm like, today was really cool to see cards like the World Tree and Coma and just some fun cards for Commander, even if there's some that look a little busted. Like this, I'm expecting some janky, just people, hey, I got unlimited black mana, time to make you sack everything or just lose the game or ha ha ha. And like, yeah, I might do that. Coma, I can like already tell that me and blue-green, here's my expectations of doing well in a draft. Here's blue-green, crushing those expectations. And I'm glad that there's another card that I can just dread every time I see Island Forest come down in a draft. But yeah, artwork still looks, man, the artwork in the set just keeps getting better and better. And I'm glad we're getting more glimpses into certain archetypes. Got another new Planeswalker. These modal cards I like, but there's some of the commander rulings, which I might talk about later, that just have me not super stoked on it. And overall, there's something about the modal cards that just isn't sitting right with me. So let me know if you're feeling the same, or if you just like them, or if it's all good. Still loving the artwork. Looking forward to more spoilers. Yeah, thank y'all for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.